this is what we're talking about. And he gave a master class in one verse, bro. It was crazy.
The Rap Roundtable.
The homie Drake, fresh off the heels of the polarized and certified lover boy, must have been feeling the pressure of the negative pushback. Certain people saying that Donda was better than certified lover boy. So he decided to leak a record that some says is the best song between both projects that's not on any project. This is the Rap Roundtable. I'm your boy Jarv alongside Sincere the Rap Snob, alongside Mace, newest member of the Rap Roundtable. You heard it here first. He's locked in, vested.
I'm in. I'm locked in.
Pleasure to have
man.
you. Being that you're the new guy, Mace, Andre 3000 coming out of this dropped arguably the verse of the year. A lot of people have put it up there, giving it high marks. The 3 Stacks GOAT talk is in full swing yet again. So Mace, talk about the verse. Talk to us about how you feel about 3 Stacks.
Oh, well, let's start with the verse. The verse was incredible. Definitely a verse of the year contender. Now, the year isn't over. We always got Lauryn Hill, like Deanie said. Shouts to Dean. You know what I mean? But, you know, so I don't want to deem it verse of the year, but it's definitely a contender. From the first time I heard it, I feel like everybody, from the first time you heard it, it was like, okay, 3K, you really coming for it, because he stuck to the point. He spoke to a lot of us, you know what I mean, that lost our parents on one of them, you know what I mean? Like, the lyricism was on point. Like, this is the 3K that everybody's been begging for years and years, you know what I mean? But so the verse itself, it is incredible. One of the best verses, not only one of the best verses in the last few years. If you want to be honest. Yeah, yes. I'm willing to go there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bro, yeah, I mean, I'm right there with Mace. That verse was immaculate. It was immaculate, like front to back. Andre is just one, like, he's the last of a dying breed. You know what I mean? He gave us so many layers of the human condition in just one verse. Like, he went through grief, he went through religion, spirituality, vices that plague our people, Black people, people of color. You know, he even empathized with, like, his dead parent. It was crazy. It was just like he went through so many things in one verse, right? And it just touched you. You know what I mean? You know, it's just, again, I want to go back to, like, this is now sort of a theme for, you know, the late part of this year, where, like, these older statesmen, rappers and MCs are like, they're like, nah, like, we have to show this generation, like, who we are, what we're about. Like, if we're saying, like, we want a certain feeling back, if we want MCing back, it's not just lip service. Like, this is what we're talking about. And he gave a master class in one verse, bro. It was crazy.
And I'm not even gonna lie to you, saying when you dropped the link in the group chat, it was like, all right, you know, some Kanye coming off of the heels of Donda. Like, I wasn't as excited to hear it, but then immediately hearing that sample work, hearing the richness of the beat, and then Andre 3000 just comes on there and he's just leaning all over this beat, but it seemed so effortless. Like I don't even know, did he write it? How long did it take him to write it? How many takes did he do with it? Was this a one-take job? Because it felt so fluid, it sounded so fluid, the voice control, the breathing, the bar work. You know, I guess if it's a topic that's close to you, it's easier to talk about. It's easier to divulge it to someone or to an audience. So maybe that's where he's coming from. Even a line about Donda and connecting with his mom to tell her he misses, et cetera, et cetera. It's like, this is raw. We don't get this level of introspective. Even when we get introspective now, it's always slightly below the surface. We're not getting into the guts. Right. This guy gave you his soul in this verse, and it's like, and as a person, y'all know my documented history with Andre 3000. For me to have my socks blown off by this verse on the first listen, I didn't need to go back. I knew what I was listening to as I was hearing it, and I was amazed. I'm kind of disappointed that it wasn't on the project. I'm also disappointed in Kanye's verse that followed it. It didn't even belong there. He should have just given that to Andre. Like, here, that's yours now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because the party was done. He was the life of the party. But fellas, Mace, I'm coming to you. Be back with the GOAT talk. You and I were talking off air about another podcast saying he's top 2 all time. People are saying he's the GOAT, he's top 5, he's top this. I feel like they need to pump their brakes. What do you think about that?
They absolutely need to pump their brakes. Now, let me applaud them because folks,
give him his flowers, man.
I can understand why people feel this way because Andre is an expert at top tier lyricism without over rapping. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. These rapidy rappers, you know, y'all talk about Marshall all the time, but there's plenty of them out there who think that just fitting so many syllables and so many words into a verse. No, you got to do what people like Andre 3K do. You know what I mean? What people like Prodigy used to do. You know what I mean? Certain artists who can display exactly what they want to say in a limited amount, but it's digestible to everyone. So I'm gonna applaud them at first, but GOAT talk, absolutely not. No way. Come on now.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
you have
not.
To throw in the absolutely.
I mean,
damn, bro.
If Nas put out one verse every 7 years, wouldn't it be the greatest verse of all time? This is what I'm saying. This is what I say about Kendrick giving you 12 songs every 4 years.
No, don't do that. No,
that can do that.
No,
what I'm
4 albums in the decade, man. That's not the same. Don't do that.
Come on, I'm just saying.
Jump in, said he coming for you, bro.
Just because Kendrick not dropping an album every 6 months, plus a mixtape, plus a playlist, plus a 3-pack. Like, come on, man. Just because he's not doing that, he still gave us 4 whole albums in this decade. 4 classics, or arguable classics. So
you do what you have the ability to do.
What's higher than that?
But in terms of Andre GOAT talk, it's tough. I'm not gonna say absolutely not. Like people that say it, I understand it because like he just like you said, Jarv, like it just everything that he poured into this verse, and then it sounded just so effortless, like it was nothing to him. So he has that raw ability, that gift. It's a gift. It's a gift what he has, right? But he's never dropped a solo rap album.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? So we can't really give him the GOAT stamp if you don't even drop one solo rap album, right? The one album he dropped was half of a double album, and he rapped maybe like twice on the album. So, you know, it's tough. Yeah, it's tough to start talking about GOAT. I'm not gonna say like I'm not gonna be as wholehearted as Mace was. Absolutely not. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna.
No way. Disqualified.
That sounded a little slanderous, but
a little
slanderish. Jace.
Hey, gonna keep the word.
I mean, I'll jump in here and I'll say, you know, it's also difficult for me, for a person who shows up like a leap year with fire verses, for me to give you GOAT talk standards, because every 4 years you pull up and it's the greatest thing ever. Granted, the fact that he has the ability to just wake up whenever he feels like it and give us that, and it wasn't just a 16. I stopped counting. I think it was even more than 32. It was so much like, bars.
It was at least 32. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It was like 40.
The ability to do that, and we talked about it on a pod, and about the erosion of rapping ability, flow, voice, breathing. He still has it. I gotta give him his due. But GOAT talk, I'm getting sick of y'all. Like this top 10, top 2, top 5. There's so many other artists, solo artists, with a body of work that begets and deserves GOAT talk before Andre 3000. Granted, yes, the Outkast catalog, bar none. But then when we just push the big boy out the way, not to say
that's the big boy.
You know what I'm saying? And that's to me the whole conversation is the big boy, because he was there. He was on a lot of those classic songs. He held his own. So what do you mean? So is Big Boy in your top 20 then? If this guy's in your top 5, Big Boy got to be top 20 or top 25. But they'll tell me I'm tripping if I say that. So right. I can't give him that. Is he a legend who has the ability? If he just gives us one classic, I might change my tune. But as of right now, he's a legend. He's a GOAT. But top 5 or top 10, nah, he might be. He's in the top 20. But top 5 or 10, that's reserved for solo acts, in my opinion, fellas.
Yeah, man.
Is Kawhi Leonard the GOAT? You know, load management bars don't do it for me, brother. I need you to come and deliver album after album, year after year, game after game. That's what I'm saying, man.
Load management bars? Yo, matter of fact, we just gonna stop right here.
Shout out to all the hermit artists out there, because there's been like a line of them. First it was Lauren. Kendrick came out the woodworks after 4 years. Now Andre 3000 spotting. He's gonna go back to playing his flute and wandering the streets. But that's all right though, because he gave us the verse of the year.
You already know, and Kendrick is coming. He submitted some records. He's on the way, ladies and gentlemen. We'll talk about that on the next pod. It's a Rap Roundtable. Me boy Jobs to say the rap snob, Mace the homie. Until next time, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, comment, do everything to help us continue to grow the brand. Peace and love.
Bye.